The urban smells of Erskine Hill abound as the garbage gets collected. Yes, that's what I just said, Glenn. Anyway, it's just
parking's so bad here. They have to build a little mini garbage truck
which will knock off everybody's rear vision mirror. Still a business we need to do. Punters show rear vision mirror shop around your street here, Mark.
Yeah, definitely.
Be very good, very busy. Anyway, before we get right into part 2.
It's called side mirrors, actually, aren't they?
Side
vision
mirrors,
mirrors are the
yeah,
things in the middle.
yeah, okay. Beautiful. Matt, you're about to put up an article, 10 best and worst rides of the... he's just basically removing all the shit there, isn't he? Oh, fuck. We're off here. We're gone. We're gone.
Television's not in.
Yeah, best and worst rides of the year, Matthew.
Yeah, that'll go up today. So there was a few good people have come in with suggestions. Well, one that I remember, it's a bit of a no-name race, but Blake Shin's ride on Forget. It was a Warwick Farm Wednesday.
Yeah.
That was someone nom that, and that could easily be number 1 spot. But best and worst rides, yeah, there's plenty of worst, but
yeah, lovely. Look forward to the list coming up. One that comes to mind, Gun on Rebel Dane, when he sort of handled Karen and then
I imagine that Gun's on the short list all over the place because he just keeps riding these inch perfect races.
He's riding well. He's riding well. He's getting the job done.
So I assume, like I tipped Rachel Murray yesterday.
But did you watch that ride?
Terrible. But I mean, Gun just so in the zone.
But what about Gun on that horse? That horse is 15 starts, 1 win. They want to take $1.82, and then Rachel rides like that, and Gun millimetre perfect to win by a millimetre.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like $1.82, Chips.
Oh, he fucking
well, you know,
but they got paid.
They like to back winners. They back winners.
I laid it. I lost. They won.
With the snows out there yesterday.
Yeah, they came up for a few races. All the kids was nice. Yeah, just to go for a bit of a drive. Nice to see Nathan and his lovely wife. So.
Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, top 10 and burst, that'll be up this week. We mentioned the tournament. Glenn, there'll be another one this week. You'll be in it.
Yeah, I'm coming in for sure.
How good are they? Especially if you don't really have much confidence on the race day, punting wise. $110 just keeps you interested.
And as Glenn said,
I think they're a good way for people to get their turnover up punting anyway, because it's nothing like having 46,000 on something when you're a $25 punter.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. It gets you I think what did Bill Waterhouse say in the book, once you sort of break that level, it becomes easy to to bet into that level. And if you are looking to actually start betting up a bit,
you're having levels.
Yeah, you sort of you're not doing that.
Takes a while.
Yeah, you're not doing that, but you are in a way.
My levels were 200, 500 to win 200, 212, 210 as a kid, like 18. Then I went to a monkey, and that was really not too hard. 500 to 50. Then I went to 1,000. 1,000, that's 3 figures.
I remember each time you stepped up, it was like, it was noted.
I went from 1 to 2, and then I went from 2 to 5. 5 was another word. And then when you want to get to win 10 and 20, it took a bit of a while to get used to it. But there is certain levels, you know.
Yeah, you've got to adjust. You're uncomfortable going to the next level every time.
And I remember when I was a kid playing golf, for 2 years I couldn't break 90, and then I had 89, and I never ever had 90 again. And then I did the same thing. I had to work for months, 86s, 84s. I broke 80. I never ever got to break a 7.
A bit like cricket too. It takes you a while to get the first 100. Once you do, it's just flick off your dick.
He fucking David Baxter. What's his name? David Warren.
David Baxter.
I went from Warren to Shane Warren to David Baxter to David Warren. But I got there.
David Baxter to David Warren. Anyway, and on the way, what was the pies and peas? What was that?
Yeah, that was 20,000.
Yeah, that's something. All right, Joe. Where have all the punters go? Low volumes in Sydney. This is on Betfair. Low volumes in Sydney 5 minutes before. Newcastle race 2, $85 match.
Well, yeah, but have you seen the horses that have been running around at Beaumont? I mean, honestly, that's terrible fields.
But so he's also saying low volumes in Sydney. Glenn, have you noticed that? A little bit.
Isn't he saying
low minutes Sydney 5 minutes before? No, yeah, Newcastle race 280. He said low volumes in Sydney, full stop. And then
5 minutes before Newcastle.
Only
so
$85.
Match. That's low. That's $42.50 worth of bets. Because that 85 matches like.
Yeah. But have you noticed a downturn in Betfair at all?
I have a little bit. Yeah. A little bit. And I've noticed an amazing downturn on the fair in the run.
In the
I'm not
in the
catching
run?
any bets in the run.
Really?
Yeah, none, not catching any. And if I do, I've gone off bad. Yeah. You can always catch a losing bet.
Yeah. You wrote the article during the week, Matthew, about what would happen if Betfair.
Life about Betfair.
Yes.
And
Glenn, you probably don't want to listen to this, just in case.
block your ears.
yeah.
Got my nose, my ears,
No,
Yeah.
I think
got a bit of diarrhea.
I think the day at Warrnambool when Betfair was down was a great example. Like turnover across the board was down.
Yeah, but that's because it was a shock.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well,
So I imagine that everyone was prepared for last Tuesday when Betfair was closed.
Yeah. All the riders tried to have the day off. Anyway, they all called in sick apparently. No, just joking. Go on.
Yeah, but certainly at Warrnambool, that no players could cope because we've been on the Betfair tip for a while now.
The majority of the bookmakers they don't have form, do they?
But I think, and that's happened quite a bit when I think country meetings in New South Wales with Betfair has gone down, their turnover is down. But I think the point you make is that's the shock. But what would happen if people were able to develop and redevelop and rechange?
It's a great opportunity for someone who wants to back themselves on those days, whether it's a punter or a bookmaker. You can get on as a punter.
Anyway.
And I think that the fair is just has such a capacity to freak you out. But if you took it away, I think that'd help a lot of players in the ring or players in the ring.
Anyway, interesting. Shane, just played my first tournament, most fun I've ever had on the punt. All in last race and bombed out. Hashtag I'm hooked.
Well, Shane, we've been saying we're not spruiking it for any reason. No financial gain for it. Just want punters to enjoy themselves, and it's a good way to punt. I was backing horses on Saturday to win 10 in cash. I backed Bank on Henry to win 10. I haven't got a case so it's pretty big betting. And but I still came back and I recharged 4 times. I wanted to have a go at the 5,000 or 6,000 that was up there for top better. Yeah. Fucking hell, they're basically my employer. I'm trying to win money off them. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're great. It's great, isn't it?
It's a lot of fun. And when you're punting, you want to have some fun.
Absolutely. It actually does put a bit more of a fun element back into punting, which is becoming a bit stale.
Go to Betfair and lay Jordan Spieth on fucking Thursday and watch golf for 4 days and tell me if that's any fun.
That was not fun.
It's not fun at all. It's fucking out. Fucking make another eagle. There's fucking. I nearly
What about?
I nearly went out and fucking Sunday with a little air gun. Going to take him out in the third. Just wing him. It's not fun, but what
about because I think there's somebody on your left hand side that might have been cheering a little bit for him.
I was cheering.
Yeah. What about when he's nailed you would have probably seen it, the par 5 approach to the last green, he's on there on 2.
He did every day.
Yeah.
He did every day.
What a shot that was, unbelievable.
What about the third day? He's 3 over after 4 and he finishes 4 under. and he finished eagle birdie, and the bloke said to me, I don't know how he missed the last putt. Who finishes eagle? Yeah. Like, fuck off, Jordan Spieth. Just go take your millions and run away.
Anyway, he did you a turn because...
Yeah, I know he got beat, but I'm saying... I'm trying to show
there was only 2 runners in the playoff.
That's not fun.
No, exactly.
But the tournament, look at it. Well, fucking, I'm going to have 86,000 on something. It's fun.
Anyway, there'll be... if you want to play in Saturday's $25,000 tournament, there'll be tournaments all week you can qualify in through. Probably for as little as $10 or something like that, Matt. It'd be about right.
Some $6.
So if you're a $6 punter, don't be scared to open up an account topper and just deposit $40.
Yeah,
you'll be welcome.
That's right, exactly right. You can play in quite a few tournaments, and the more you play in them, the better you get. As you said, I may do one this tournament. Last week, finished 4th last week? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. All right, Ralphie said Craig knew it only 1 win. Tarzino from last 17 rides under $5 since 10 out of 10. Please note his male, Shane Andy. I think that's...
well, thanks so much, Ralphie. Like I said, I haven't been doing much business on the fair, but I don't remember putting a lane at Tarzana that got matched.
That was the one from 17?
One from 17.
Yeah.
Like, fucking everything I do, Dallas, is tortured.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Why do you keep agreeing with me, though?
I've seen, because I've witnessed.
You've sat there for 5 years and you just go...
Glenn, I think there's...
That can't happen to you.
How
am I still there?
Not many people have spent more time at the races with you than I have in the last 5, and I've seen it all.
It's not possible.
Unfortunately, I wasn't there for the towel on the greyhound, which would have been...
It's not funny, Dallas.
I've been there for the
it is supplying entertainment to other people.
Well, then people shouldn't get dirty if I watch someone fall and die in a race and I get a smile.
Well, they don't actually get dirty.
Hey?
They don't actually get dirty.
Oh, some people will.
Well, yeah, but it's all mock
You're
horror.
going on about the girl that died of the ecstasy on the weekend. She was a pharmacist, 25. Like, people are going to die taking ecstasy because so many fucking hundreds of thousands of people take ecstasy.
But you've got to fill a space. They're like this.
They should hear them on talk like it's a tragedy.
These radio stations, these TV stations, got to fill the spaces. So they've got to flog this stuff.
Anyway, take ecstasy, you know.
Like sharks. How many shark alarms have you? Would tell me you don't get a shark alarm at Coogee.
No.
Oh, I get it because
You get it all the time?
Well, where I live,
What are the
right
sharks?
on Queenscliff
700
Sea.
yards away.
Oh yeah, there's sharks in the water. As soon as the siren goes off I go down. I get it.
Finally, I got it to myself.
I got it to myself.
That's a good idea.
I was filthy the other day. It was like Queenscliff Beach, like at 9 o'clock the sirens would come on. 8:40 I went from the swim. I'm walking back hearing the sirens. I go, oh fuck. And I couldn't go back. I had things to do.
Oh, that's funny, though.
And yesterday, no luck. I was just driving off go the alarms. Fuck. On a Sunday too. That's the best day for them. Anyway. And a bit more on that. They were sort of having a shot back at Shane Anderson, who had to go at me for mentioning Michelle's playing stats. And Kate Goodrich, good trainer from Seymour, she came on and said, spot on, constructive criticism of a person doing their job, be it a jockey, trainer, cricketer, pilot is not sexism. Yeah. And just actually, it really has been something I
Shane
mentioned.
Anderson never got you.
Well, when I put up
We've
Michelle,
spoken about this on the show,
on the show
about 4
last
times.
week, when I put up Michelle playing stats after the Melbourne Cup clean, which
There's
didn't,
a hidden agenda.
which didn't read well. Shane sort of, well, it didn't say it, but it was, you could tell it was a point.
Against the
Like, oh, would you have done that for for every other year? And I said, no, because we've only been doing news for the last 3 months, and blah blah blah. Now, I was just actually thinking about this during the week. Who is the trainer that I have spoken the highest of, and my number one favourite trainer, and probably my number one person in racing and whatever? I believe it's Gabe Waterhouse, and I believe she's female, isn't she? So I don't think the whole sexist thing is quite right, Shane. It's
I had this similar argument with a lawyer friend during the week at a luncheon, saying thinking she was pro goods, I'm pro the boo.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, that's you just because you're racist. I said,
No.
well, I am. Yes, you're right. I am racist.
So she closed you down.
I said, well,
Shut
I
you down.
said, well, give me. Okay, I'm.
Have you admitted you're racist?
Yeah, many times. But I'm not really.
No, you say you've said on this show that you're not.
Sort of hidden racist, but I believe that we're.
Isn't there a book out at the moment? I'm not a racist, but
Yeah. I feel I'm more superior than them. No, but I cheered Jonathan Thurston in the grand final.
Yeah, you did.
I was happy to see Jonathan Thurston. I don't mind cheering Greg Inglis.
Except what about when he does the go at her?
I don't like that.
No.
I hope someone belts the shit out of Anthony Mundine.
Yeah.
So I have my different views on different people. The fact that their skin is black, that's got nothing to do with it.
I'm not racist.
We're just being more superior. It's kind of funny.
It's actually Glenn could say that.
But it is a bit funny though. Alright, let's move on because I'm bored.
Anyway, alright, we'll just go to the online wagering.
You missed a tweet.
Yeah,
Miss a tweet.
what was that?
Someone tweeted to me, Punters Life, a good man, Punters Life. He said, I believe I do form like at Just Ideal, which is me, but I drive a 1983 Sigma,
Nothing wrong with
live
that.
off baked beans and no girlfriend since high school. I'm having my bouts.
Man, he's a good man. That's a good man. He's be like me. He's going to come good in the long run. Who is that bloke?
this is a new account, isn't it? Punters Life.
Well, I don't know.
It's a bit of a
It's a
piss take
yeah,
account, parody account of all the experts on Twitter that are
okay.
killing it. You know.
Oh, so he was
And
having
did
a go then, was he?
Did you hear
no,
about the
he's
Irishman
probably-
with a parody on ISIS? Did you read that?
What was that?
He wrote an open letter to ISIS. He's an Irishman in the pub going, now listen, boys. Yeah, we've had problems with England before in the past, and blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
But the funny thing is, now I know you believe in Alan. And then he said something, he said, now I also don't think Sharon Law would work here. He said, we've got a Sharon who lives down the street and she's a real fucking slut. It's pretty funny to read.
Okay. All right. The online wagering review, Matthew. What's happening with all of this? Barry Bumper O'Farrell's
Yeah.
in charge of putting a review together. We
Working on behalf of whom?
Working on behalf of whom? I don't know. I suppose the
No,
government.
the state government.
But he's as a contractor. He's no longer a
He's-
member of...
No, he's been appointed as the person to oversee the whether we're allowed to bet in play and all that sort of shit on sport.
What the hell would he know?
Don't know.
So
He's a government bureaucrat now.
The AWC are pitching up.
It's AWC now. This is one of the most strangest. What do they call it? Australian Wagering Council.
Council.
Basically, what they are is a lobby group for
Bookmakers.
Bet365, William Hill, and somebody else. So they go by that. So if you see something from the Australian Wagering Council, it's a misleading name.
Yeah, as Darren Potter said, it makes you think they're talking on behalf of wagerers.
Wagerers, yeah, exactly. But they're not. They're a lobby group. They're a lobby group paid for, and which actually, if you look up their website, that basically
Were
explains
they
it.
formed to fight Captain Pete's
Yeah.
betting
Turnover.
betting
Well,
minimums?
minimums, yeah, turnover, well, everything, I suppose. But I think, yeah, the reason why they do it is it just saves their money from a legal point of view. They all pay one person to fight on their behalf. But yeah, so they're pushing for online live betting, to become easy to do at the moment.
Not in play on sports, you know.
In
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
and obviously you have to ring up at the moment.
Which is a huge impediment to turnover.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
And
pitching
unfair.
up.
I'll give you an example. Like Friday night, I was at the races. Where was I Friday? No, Canterbury. No, it wasn't.
Canterbury Friday.
No, it wasn't.
Thursday Wild?
It was at Canterbury Friday. Because I got out to Canterbury, it's about 6:30 or whatever, and 400 popped up on speed at 3:05. And I'd laid him bad at 2:58, and I said, oh, I'm just on my bed, I'll take that, click. And it went, click, and it didn't take, I thought, what's wrong? I thought there must be something opening, because it was like 7:15. But because there was still 2 or 3 bludgers still on the course playing the 18s,
It was still in play.
it was still in play. It didn't come out of play for another 20 minutes with,
But
stick up
isn't
your
it
ass.
in play from when tournament kicks off?
No, it cancels off once they come off the course.
Once they're not.
It goes in play overnight time.
Well,
It's like betting at half time.
I've got some opinion on it. I think because Betfair is an exchange, they should be subject to the rules or put on the side. You should be able to bet live by clicking the button. You can do it at the moment through racing. So why?
That's 'cause
No,
racing
racing wasn't considered a
not
sport.
sport, but how is it?
But
not?
Matthew, you're almost suggesting something that we argued the whole way through a court case.
Yeah.
That Betfair should be arguing they're different to a bookmaker.
Yeah.
And
Right.
therefore different.
Somehow they failed to
And
do
of
Yeah.
course, the AWC members, a lot of them aren't giving punters a fair go. I don't think they should get the right to have live betting until they sort out their.
You're
minimum bet
suggesting
laws.
cooperation within industries, within the industry.
Well
for
done,
that
mate.
matter.
They're all saying it's.
So you're saying the Wagering Council of Australia is just like fundamentally a group that doesn't
well,
represent the whole of Australian punters?
No,
Exactly.
they represent
Well,
lobby
bet,
group.
bet 365, right? Like, a lot of us probably can't. We can bet at 9 o'clock on New South Wales races, but if I try to put a bet on for a Melbourne race, $50 tote bet maximum sort of scenario. So for me, I don't want them to have the right to fill up on mug punters betting live until they give me a fair go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they've got to become better.
But that's that's also too, and I believe there might have been some moves from the officials at Druitt Street, if that's where they still are.
Yeah, they've just undergone a massive
I have they so they're Druitt Street Phase 2. That there may be some more consultation and conciliatory process with the bookmakers, which would probably be a good thing. But Matthew, what you're saying too is also whilst it is the bookmakers that have done it, it has also been forced from an uncooperative industry that had forced them into those positions as well too. So whilst the bookmakers
get serious now.
the bookmakers are to blame, but there is also a reason for that too, and it was because our administration fucked up the whole process all the way back to year dot when they should have done it. The other point about this though is the tab came out and made a statement saying that they want to really clamp down on people betting overseas and I think make it illegal or something like that, which I thought it was anyway. But mainly thing with this city, what we spoke about the other day, is it called City Bet Exchange or whatever it's called? Lots of volume going in there. You can get set to win tens of thousands of dollars on dog races. And the point that was made about the tab wanting to do that is the tab restrict people. So, yeah, fine, and make it illegal, but you can't be then restricting people bet, and then if they find a way to come out of the hole and bet somewhere else and say, oh well, you can't do that either. Like, let people bet with the tab, and they wouldn't have to bet on City Bet.
100%.
Is that
Yep.
you know, like,
There's a lot of people out there that want to bet more
yeah,
that can't.
exactly.
So that,
Or spend half their day
That's the
trying
issue.
to work out ways they can
and
bet more.
I don't even know what the last sort of study was, how much money that goes into the betting pools is actually professional money.
No, I think we normally sit on about 60-40, didn't we? And I suppose the further wide you get, the wider you get, the probably the greater and the bigger the day, the less that percentage.
That's the end of part 2. Go.